Hello girly pops, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Heidi. Today I'm going to be doing a Valentine's or Galentine's makeup look. So if you love makeup, if you love me, just keep on watching. Okay, so to start off, I already have a base for my makeup look. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Professional. This is a pore primer from Benefit, and I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my It Cosmetics Ulta brush. This is the airbrush crease. I'm gonna go ahead and just a dime size amount should be good enough for this eyeshadow look. So let's go ahead and apply it to my eyebrows. Go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and distribute the product along my eyeshadow, that way, my eyelid. That way my eyeshadow look does not crease and it is in place. Go ahead. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and be taking the Amazonian Clay. This is a 16-hour full coverage foundation from Tarte, and this is in the shade Fair Light Honey. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour, I want to say like a small amount, and apply it to my eyeshadow like that, just to really accentuate, really have a really nice base for my eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna go ahead and just distribute it all over my eyelid. Make sure that it is just distributed along like so. So for today's makeup tutorial, I'm going to be using the Mary Kay Petite palette, and I'm going to be recreating this eyeshadow look. Really pretty on the eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and be taking, this is my Zoeva makeup palette. This is the Caramel Melange. I'm going to go ahead and be taking this shade right here as a I want to say it's gonna be a different eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and distribute it along all over the eyelids as a transition shade. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend away, blend. Just make sure that we have our product and getting to go. I'm gonna be taking, this is the Finish Senso. This is the shade right here from the same palette. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking, this is the It Brushes Airbrush Shadow, and I'm gonna go ahead and be applying my eyeshadow along the crease. Make sure it is nice. Then I'm gonna go ahead and be taking the same brush that I do have as well. I'm gonna go ahead and distribute it along all over the eyelids. Make sure that that's done, and make sure that we have a really nice blending creasing as well. So now that I already put in the transition shade, I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my Mary Kay palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and be using a brush as so. I'm gonna be taking, this is the It brush, this is the Absolute Shadow. I'm gonna go ahead and be putting some eyeshadow onto the outer corner. From the looks of this makeup look, it looks like it's, I want to say, let me see if I can really quickly. Okay, so it looks like it's a really pretty eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it all over my crease, and that way I can really have a nice pigmentation all over my eyeshadow look, and that way it is really nice and subtle. So I'm gonna go ahead and dab it as so. Really recreate this really pretty, really nice Valentine's makeup look. So we always love really nice glittery, and a technique I like to use for my makeup is I like to use, this is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Blush Setting Spray. So what I like to do is I like to get my airbrush, I like to get my Absolute Shadow, and I like to go ahead and spritz a little bit of it. Spray it as so. Make sure that it is really nice, and I like to just go ahead and apply it all over as so. Make sure that the pigment is really nice. Now that I already have the eyeshadow pigment pretty much going on, I'm gonna go ahead and be taking this other bright makeup brush, and this is the buffing concealer from Ulta Cosmetics. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking this, and I'm gonna go ahead and be spritzing it over as so. And I'm gonna go ahead and be taking, this is the Pixie Hello Kitty. This is the Pixie Hello Kitty. And I'm gonna go ahead and be taking this shade right here as so. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking that shade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and be applying it all over as so, and really applying this shade over here. And that way we can really evenly distribute the product and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure that this product is just evenly. We really want the product to really look nice and bright. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it like that and apply just different eyeshadow looks onto this. Make sure it's like that. So I'm gonna be taking my Fruity Pebbles. This is the I Love Revolution, and I'm gonna go ahead and be taking this shadow right here, this one right here, and it's gonna be from the Fruity Pebbles. And I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my Morphe G13 makeup brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and again with the same airbrush flawless setting spray, I'm gonna go ahead and get this shade right here. I already have the base for the eyeshadow look. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking, this is the Spot Concealer. This is the Eco Tools. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking the same airbrush flawless setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm gonna go ahead and be taking, ooh, okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and be taking this pigment right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just dab just a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it onto the upper corner of my eyebrow, and that way you can really highlight and illuminate the upper eyelid, the upper eyebrow of your tall here. But yeah, you really just want to make sure that you highlight and accentuate the highlights of your eyebrow bone, and like that. Now, I know this is eyeshadow, but I want to go ahead and transition a little bit off. So now that we have our eyeshadow base, I kind of really do want to just start working on the lashes part. So let's go ahead and do that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply a heart. It's like a little heart. I'm gonna have to apply this heart onto the eyeshadow. Actually, this would be really pretty. I can actually see this. So I'll go ahead and apply it like a heart, like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the eyeshadow look. So there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and do it like that. So I think I'm just gonna, if anything, I'm gonna do the heart, but I really I'm gonna try to see if I can get this done really quickly. I hate when it's fucking like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go like that. Just go and stuff. So there's that. I really do like this really much. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this glitter onto my eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it like this and really draw out the heart. I really like this pigment. It's super pretty. I think it's really nice actually. It's like a heart. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just draw the heart on. And I'm gonna go ahead and just blend my eyeshadow. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it over and just create a really pretty eyeshadow look like this, and make sure that it is just distributed all around. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be taking, actually I'm gonna go ahead and be taking from the Fruity Pebbles. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking this shade right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually just dab it on and take a little bit of my setting spray and then just spritz it on like so. And I'm just gonna do like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just dab it all around. Ooh, this is really pretty. I really love the pigment of this eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it all over. And that way it looks really nice onto the eyelids. This is much prettier. I like it. Next up, I'm going to be taking the same brush, the same eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go ahead and be taking my airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I know we've been distributing this bad boy a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and take this. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and be taking this shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the inner corners. And that way I can, just pat it onto the middle of my eyeshadow look, and just to really make those eyes stand out. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit on my nose, like so. I'm gonna be taking the LA Pro Concealer. This is the HD High Definition Concealer, and this is in the shade Fawn. And I'm gonna go ahead and just like that contour my nose. I'm gonna contour my cheekbones as well. And this is just really to define your makeup. It's gonna go like that. I'm gonna go ahead and just define my jawline as well. Make sure that it is snatched for when we blend. And next, I'm gonna go ahead and be taking, this is the Morphe G4. I'm gonna go ahead and just distribute it, just to kind of get it into my cheekbones and blend it out. I really like this. I've been using this G4 makeup brush for a very long time. It's absolutely one of my favorites that I really like to use. And just to really as well define the jawline, really want to make sure your face is snatched to the gods for the topic of the day. So the topic of the day is make time for yourself. Make time for yourself, and also make time for others, of course. Make time for people that you appreciate and you love. Have good relationships with people, because I believe having good relationships with people will really, they'll, if people tend to like you, they're gonna want to, be with you. They're gonna want to be around you. They will want to tend to gravitate towards you. And always reach out to the people you love, because sometimes people, they can go a little MIA and stuff like that. And just always stay productive, work out, get some sunlight, some fresh air, walk your dog, things like that. So yeah. OMG, I absolutely don't like when it gets gloomy. Next up, I'm going to be taking my beauty blender. This is the Cheeky Pink. I'm going to go ahead and be taking a blush. I'm going to be taking the It Cosmetics It Brush, and I'm going to go ahead and, this is an unstoppable powder. I want to use my beauty blender. I'm going to go ahead and be using my beauty blender. And I'm going to go ahead and just bounce this beauty blender onto the cheeks. And make sure that we really do get the cheeks on and stuff like that. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and be taking, from the NYX Pro Palette, I'm going to go ahead and be taking this shade right here, this corner right here. And I'm going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to use this gel wing liner. And I'm going to go ahead and just line my eyeliner as so. So I'm going to go ahead and just do like that, just to make sure that our liner is really nice and winged. I'm going to go ahead and do it like that. And I'm going to go ahead and just do both sides and make sure it's like really pretty. So there's that. And I'm going to go ahead and go like that. Then if you want, I'm going to go ahead and be taking from the Mary Kay palette, I'm going to go ahead and be taking this corner right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just get a little bit on, and I'm going to go ahead and just wing my eyeliner like this. And then just wing it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, like that. Ooh, this looks really pretty. And then just really build your liner as so. So that way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get mine like that. Okay, like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just line my, I'm gonna line my, excuse me, the inner corners of it. And just really make sure that we have it like that. And yeah, just to really pull in the eye look together. It's gonna look pretty. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my Society Cosmetics. This is in the shade 304. Ooh, and I'm gonna go ahead and just line my lips as so. And make sure that we have a really nice defined lip. And that way our lips really stand out. And we have a nice bold lip color. The Cupid's bow. Excuse me. Like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just... So this is turning out really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my Ulta Cosmetics. This is a Velvet Matte Lip Crayon. And I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my Morphe G13. And I'm gonna go ahead and distribute the product onto the lips. I did see this really pretty. I saw this shade right here. This is the... So I went ahead and applied a little bit of that onto the lip crayon, and I'm gonna go ahead and distribute. And then I'm gonna go ahead and be taking this shade right here. This is the Aftertaste from the same Zoeva palette, and I'm gonna dab a little bit, and I'm gonna put a little bit onto the product. Make sure it's really nice, and it's like a nice pop of color like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead. Really nice. Just build up the lip color. It's gonna look really pretty. Okay. Now that we have our lip color, I'm gonna go ahead and be taking the Too Faced. This is a Pillow Balm Lip Treatment. This is in the pink Pineapple Kiss, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. This smells amazing. I love this Too Faced Pillow Balm. There's that. So now that I have that, I'm gonna go ahead and be taking these 3D Silk Cherry Blossom. These are $9.30, and I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my lash glue. I like to use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, and I'm gonna go ahead and distribute some product onto the lashes as so. Make sure that our products are there and stuff like that. So let's see if I can just brush on the adhesive onto the lashes, and yeah, just do it like that. And so I went ahead and applied my lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this really cute heart powder brush, and I'm gonna be taking my Laura Mercier. This is the translucent loose setting powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of my translucent powder onto my pink fluffy brush, my powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes like so. I'm gonna go ahead and set the under eyes, and I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and set the other eye as well. I'm gonna make sure our face is symmetrical like so, and like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and just go like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and also set my chin area. I'm gonna go ahead and set it like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and as well set, and I'm gonna contour. I wanna make sure that we snatch our face like so. Gonna make sure it is really nice and set like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side as well, and that way we are snatched on both sides and our makeup stays matte all day, because that is what this translucent setting powder will do for the face. So this is how it looks. And then we also want to apply onto the T-zone. Well, to the, you know, the middle of your eyebrows, of the brows. Can't forget that area. It looks so pretty. And then just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and be taking the Zoeva Caramel Melange. And I'm going to go ahead and be taking this edible gem. I'm going to be taking this corner and I'm going to go ahead and accentuate my eyebrows. And that way our eyebrows really stand out onto the eyebrow and get like that. And that way our eyebrows look really good. I can't, oh my goodness, guys, like, I'm so happy. Like, this makeup look, oh my goodness, I've been really wanting to film and take time to film a really pretty Valentine's makeup look. And that way, you know, you girls can look really bomb for your mans. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking, this is another one, and I'm just gonna be blending it out. I'm gonna be blending my eyebrows. But yeah, ladies, take time to take care of yourself, love yourself, you know, you are the prize all the time. All the time. So yeah, just really, you know, take time, just do things out of love. Do things, I always like to preach self-love, self-care, right? I feel like me personally, when I look good, I feel like $1,000,000. Like, me, like, that's what makes me happy, right? That's what makes me thrive. Like, oh, aside from, you know, money, of course, like, you know, I'm a very high maintenance girly. Personally, me, you know, like, I like the nicer things. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking, I know I'm getting sidetracked here, but I'm gonna go ahead and be taking, this is the All Over It Cosmetics brush. I'm gonna be taking the fluffy side, and I'm gonna just be just really how can I say it? I'm gonna just, you know, just press on the translucent powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it like that. Ooh, this looks so pretty. Sometimes I consider getting a nose job, but you know, makeup does wonders. Like, makeup is amazing. That's why I've always loved makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my YSL. This is the All Hours Hyper Bronze. So just to finish off here, so I'm gonna go ahead and be taking my All Hours Bronze from YSL, and I'm gonna contour my nose. And I'm gonna be using that was a makeup brush, and I'm gonna be taking more of a precision brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk. Oh my goodness. And I'm just gonna contour my nose. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna also take this little brush and just contour, really make sure that our nose is snatched, you know. Sometimes we don't even need the nose job. It's just a little bit of makeup that will really, really make all the difference in your face. But like I said, ladies, love yourself. God is amazing all the time. But I absolutely love this look. This is amazing. Like, I had so much, okay. All right, ladies, that is it for this makeup tutorial. I had so much fun filming this. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely lovely. Like I said, this is amazing. And like I said, I've really wanted to just get this done because I've been delaying it for so long, and I finally made time. You know, amidst my busy schedule. So like I said, ladies, love yourself, take care of yourself, you know, have a skincare regime, get some exercise, drink plenty of water, you know, like I said, have good relationships with people. I can go on and on spreading all this positivity. You know, just be grounded, you know, keep yourself busy, productive, things like that. And like I said, I love you all, girly pops, so much. Thank you all. And yeah, I hope you girlies recreate this makeup look and just tag me. I love you all. Bye.